Hello folks, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome to you too. Spring has sprung and the lovely greens have come out and the bluebells are here as well, so I've come to a wooded area in the Lake District called Fishgarth's Wood, and I don't claim to be the greatest woodland photographer of all time, so I thought I'd pop out and challenge myself to some woodland photography, and I think it's just the ideal time to come out and see it for myself and see if I can get some lovely compositions. It's very still today, it's drizzling a little, and that's going to dissipate later in the day, so I'm really hoping for some really lovely woodland photography and challenge myself to some lovely compositions. It looks absolutely beautiful with these beautiful greens and purples, and it's a short little video that I think I'm really going to enjoy here. It looks absolutely beautiful, so I'm glad you come along with me for some more beautiful landscape photography. I've only gone and lost my glasses, haven't I? Oh God, honestly. Right, it's making it quite difficult actually, so I can't hardly see. I'm okay through the diopter on my my camera here, but it's the settings on my vlogging camera I can hardly see. It's such a small camera. Anyway, I've come across this beautiful little scene, and beautiful greens are just so fresh. Looking through the viewfinder on my camera, it's so beautiful, it really is. So I'm going to be quite low down on my tripod, so I'm just going to set this up and I'll run you through it if I can see properly. Right, this is such a beautiful little scene. I'm just being a bit patient because some mist rolls in from time to time, and I'm just looking for that sort of atmospheric shot. But if it doesn't materialise, I'm still going to take this image, and I think I've got a really lovely composition set up here. I'm trying not to tread on these bluebells because they are protected, aren't they? And I don't want to spoil it for anybody else. So basically, I've got my composition with this tree right in the centre of my composition, straight in front of me, and this nearest tree, this one here, and then I've anchored a tree on my left hand composition and on my right hand composition, so there's a good balance. And I've tried to separate an angle with my camera so the trees aren't overlapping everywhere, but out into the distance there, inevitably they're going to overlap a little bit. Once the mist comes in, I think that won't be so much a problem because it'll just fade into the background. I'm using an aperture at f16 just to get these beautiful green ferns in sharp focus all the way up to the top of my composition there, so everything's sharp. I could have lowered that f-stop just to get a bit of separation from the background to the foreground, but I prefer to have shut down my f-stop so I can get these ferns in real sharp focus. I think this particular image works better that way. So I'm just going to wait for some mist to materialise, and then I'm going to take this shot. I'm really happy with it, to be fair, really happy with it. These beautiful purples, these gorgeous greens, and these lovely trees with the new buds that have been growing through. Absolutely wonderful, really love it. Right, I thought that composition was pretty good for me actually. I'm glad I found it. I thought it was pretty good, my humble opinion. It's beautiful and atmospheric in here now, it's so gorgeous. It is teaming it down with rain though, unfortunately. So I'm getting wet through. But it just adds to the atmosphere in here. It's such a beautiful little wood, this Fishgarth's wood. I'm going to stroll around and get to a couple more compositions in this beautiful spring wood. I think woodland photography, in my opinion, is trying to organise chaos, and I struggle. So every now and again I try and come out to a wooded area and try and work out my compositions and improve my skill in this sort of environment. I do struggle with it, as I say. I'm standing on all these Bluebells here, I can't believe it. And I'm also struggling without my bloody glasses. I am really struggling without them. I don't know if the settings are right on my vlogging camera or my camera I'm taking my images with. It's a real struggle, but I'm here now, so I've got to try and get on with it. So, in fact, we can scout out for some more beautiful compositions in this absolutely stunning wooded area, and I'm being treated to some wonderful conditions, guys. I really am so lucky. So, yeah, onwards and upwards, eh? I've been really struggling with this next composition. We've lost a bit of that mist now, which is a bit of a shame. But this rain's coming down, it's adding a little bit of atmosphere to this image. So basically, I have wandered down this little path here, and I particularly like this tree on my left-hand side with these beautiful fresh green leaves. Quite low down on its tree trunk, and then there's a little bit on the mid part of the trunk. I quite like that. That's what drew me to this one. And I like the succession of trees that follow it up into the far distance there. There's about half a dozen trees that go up into the horizon, and there's quite an incline, I think, to this, which I particularly like. And then there's a smattering of bluebells and a bit of bracken, orange bracken, that I particularly liked. And I'm not quite sure about it, so I'm not sure that this left-hand side with the tree is a bit too far left. Problem being is that there's a tree which is out of shot at the minute that's intersecting my main focus point, this tree on the left. So I've had to try and get rid of that as much as I can, but it's making this, I think, a little bit unbalanced with this it being too far to the left of my composition. But on the right hand side of my composition, I'm being anchored by a small tree, a very small tree, quite a thin little thing, and there's quite a lot of distance between my main focus point, which is that large tree, and then the other side of my composition with that smaller tree there. There's quite a bit of a distance, but I'm just not quite sure about this one. But I've been looking around quite a lot, and I've been struggling a little, which I do in woodland anyway. So I'm going to take this shot anyway. Now I've got to put my telephoto lens on. I'm at 70mm, but I quite like it, and I like the fact that there's like a bit of a draw with these trees that go up into the distance there. Just a shame that we've lost that bit of mist, but it's not too bad. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take my shot, and then I'll pop it on the screen. If you guys could just let me know how you feel about it, I'd really appreciate it, because I'm not quite sure about it. So I'll go ahead and take it. Right folks, got my final composition set up for today, my final image, and unfortunately mist has gone and the drizzle stopped, so this weather conditions are not helping this image, but I think the composition still stands alone without the mist, although with the mist it enhances it, I think. So I've got this a little bit of this path leading into the image, and then I've got some beautiful bluebells on either side of my composition in the foreground there, and then I've got some lovely trees that are arching in over the path, and some lovely branches that are overhanging in the distance there. I've focused on the path and just to keep that as sharp as I can, and then slowly as it goes into the distance it sort of blurs out a bit, which I think really helps this image. And also I'm right out at 200mm, so it's really nicely compressed, which is adding to this, I think. The greens in this image are absolutely beautiful, and the bluebells are really popping, absolutely stunning it is. It's been an absolutely beautiful day in this forest, absolutely stunning. The colours have been outstanding and I've really enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoy this composition and tell me which one is your favourite of today's. I'd really appreciate that. So here goes, final image. 2-second timer.